to another episode of Just Coolin Podcast. I am Country Red, and you are.
I'm DJ Quinn.
And lovely sis, tell them who you are.
I'm Miss Dawson.
All right, man. We have a real living legend in the building right now. Tonight, tell everybody who you are and give everybody your resume, my brother.
Oh, I'm special ed. Man, look, I'm tired. I've been doing this shit so long. You're gonna have to figure it
Yeah,
out tonight.
already. There you have it. Need no explanation, man. Well, we're glad to have you here, brother. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and throw the first dart, man. Tell us about your early years in Flatbush, Brooklyn. Like, what was that like? The hip hop scene, the culture. What was like the first song or that took you there to where you wanted to be an MC, an artist?
Well, the hip hop scene in the '70s. I grew up in the '70s in Brooklyn, New York, in Flatbush, Brooklyn. I have
Hmm.
four brothers that came here from Jamaica
Mm.
when I was about four, and we all lived in Flatbush, Brooklyn. And we grew up in a time when music was changing, hip hop was coming on the scene,
Mm.
and reggae was already on the scene. That's what we grew up to, and just seeing it merge and seeing it move forward and turn into hip hop and manifest. But Howie T lived in Flatbush,
Hmm.
Brooklyn, and he's the producer of I Got It Made and a lot of my first projects. So shout outs to Hitman Howie T, and shout outs to DJ Action. He's been my DJ since eighth grade.
Oh
We
wow.
used to yeah, we used to go to his house from school, and he had turntables. He
Mm.
had a whole
Mm.
set. He had speakers, turntables, mixer, mic, records, everything already in eighth grade. So I was
Wow.
impressed, and I was already spitting in eighth grade. So I just grabbed the mic. It was a natural flow. You feel me? Everything was organic. I was like, damn, son got exactly what I need. And I started rapping. And
Right.
then, the rest is history. We went to Howie. My cousin lived across the street from him, my cousins. And I asked her to, tell Howie I wanted to see him because I've been knowing Howie since I was a child, but you know, it I was a child, so I could just enjoy, look in awe, and enjoy the hip hop. But now that I got a little older and I was into it, and I was doing it in school and in the neighborhood, on the streets, et cetera, et cetera. So for me, it was just my destiny. So I went to Howie T and started rapping for him on some music, and he loved it, and we began recording the album. And the album was picked up by Profile Records, and
Mm.
the rest is history.
And how did y'all get noticed by Profile?
True Blue Management, Tank and Tony and Terry. They
Mm.
they came down to Howie's basement one day, and they said, "Yo, we do management," and they were working with Chub Rock,
Mm.
Mm.
and they wanted to try their hand at managing me. So I told them, "Well, look, I don't know y'all. I don't know what y'all do,
Yeah.
but y'all know Howie T,
Right.
and that's important to me because Howie is here
Hmm.
looking out for me. So if Howie says you good, we can go ahead and give it a try. But what I wanted to do was ensure they did something. So I said, if you get me a deal, you can manage me.
And
And they
how
went
did
out and got
Special
the
Ed
deal.
come along? How did the name
Huh?
Special Ed come along?
Well, my name is Ed. And
Okay.
yeah, I'm special in many ways,
Yeah,
guys.
I
Many,
agree. I
many.
agree.
Yeah, so what it is my boy E Dot, I just spoke to him the other day too. I just called him. He said one day, I don't know what we was doing, but I was always known for rapping and battling and just being me, right, in the
Hmm.
neighborhood. So he was like, "Yo." you should call yourself special ed. And I thought about it. It's like, yeah, you're right. And that's what kind of solidified it. It took me a minute to think about it because I didn't want, the foolishness or the misconceptions. But at the end of the day, I thought that I would redefine it and give it some respect,
Yes.
and then add my own touch to what it truly means.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what's
Okay,
up.
okay. What?
All right.
I have a
So
question.
go ahead,
Oh,
sis. Go ahead, sis.
Sorry, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's
um,
all love. It's all love. It's all love.
I have a question. If you could go back and tell the younger special ed or give him some advice, what would you tell him?
mm.
If I could tell a younger special ed some advice, I would tell him,
Uh-oh.
The sound went out. He'll be back.
All right, we have some technical difficulties. Just bear with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Is this smoke break time? What we doing? What?
No.
I was gonna leave. I was about to leave.
I'm gonna also I'm gonna hang up too and reconnect since
Okay.
we'll
All
be
right, go
back.
ahead.
Just us.
We got you. Hold on. He wanted
there you
to.
go.
You back.
Hold on. He
Yeah,
wanted
my
to
shit crazy. All right, so the younger special ed, I would tell
Yes.
him to maybe be a little more um hmm, I don't know what I would tell him. I tell him like, good fucking job, son.
Yeah.
Be like, great fucking job, son.
Yeah.
Do it, do you.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Motivation. Yeah.
Yeah, I motivate him. I'd be like, yo, that shit you doing, do that.
Yeah. Indeed.
Hold on one second. I'm
Yeah.
waiting on it Red to come back in. He left for a minute. Something was wrong with his phone. Do you have any regrets?
Um, maybe just not suing a few more people.
Mm.
Maybe not being more aggressive with
Mm.
some people. Maybe that's about it. Oh,
Mm,
maybe being a little more gentle with some
mm.
Mm.
people. Yeah, those are probably the only things I would probably do. Be more aggressive with some people and be more gentle with some people. Just a little, balancing it out.
Mm.
Sometimes I'm a little more nonchalant. I'm a little more, passive about things in certain if it doesn't affect my bottom line, sometimes, I let
Mm.
things either slide, or sometimes the principle is everything and I spaz the fuck out for the simplest shit you think is simple.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's just about balance.
Well, look, I'm gonna go to my fan. I'm gonna be a fan right now. So check this out. So I don't know how old I am, but when I first hear Crooklyn Dodgers, right?
Uh-huh.
Have y'all ever played an album that you kind of got teary eyed? Now I'm. Has that ever happened to anybody? Y'all played an album that y'all got teary eyed and wanted to cry? Yo,
Yeah.
Crooklyn Dodgers. Yo,
That's a new one, but
no, this some real shit. Crooklyn Dodgers, man. Yo, that joint right there is a classic, and it almost made me cry, man. Like I want to every time I hear that joint, once it makes me shed a tear.
I
And
appreciate it.
how did y'all
You
come
know what
about that, man?
I think it's the energy and the sentiment and just realizing, understanding where we from and what it's saying and where we at today. Because
Mm.
you can't rewrite history, you can't relive history, you can't change history. Well, you could try to change it as they do
Yeah.
so many times in the past. However, truth is what we're dealing with. So if you're dealing with the reality, then it is what it is. You
Let me
was there,
just.
you was there.
It was
You feel it,
three
you feel it.
three MCs that was killing the game lyrically.
Yeah,
You
shout out to
Ace,
Buckshot
you
and
Ace and Buck,
Ace.
exactly. How did that come about, man? How did y'all get that? I mean, because that was just.
Spike
Yeah.
Lee commissioned Q-Tip to do the track.
I didn't know
And
Q-Tip did the.
Mm.
yeah, Q-Tip and Ali
Wow,
Shaheed Muhammad.
wow, okay,
So they reached out to
mm.
gather Brooklyn artists so it could be a Brooklyn track. So they called me and I was like, "Oh hell yeah." Because I'm gonna keep it real, right?
Right,
We didn't collaborate a lot in those days. So for them to call me and want me to collaborate and do something, especially representing Brooklyn,
yeah,
I was definitely down for it because I always felt the way when I saw self destruction. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Seriously. I'm like, hold on, where the fuck was I at when everybody was you like, you know what I mean?
yeah,
But anyway, it was almost like I'm with the whole movement and I'm with collaborating and I'm with showing unity. So when it came to the Crooklyn and they called me, I was like, of course. And if they had called me for self destruction or any other collaboration, I'd have did that too because I'm
yeah.
into
Right.
being
Right.
productive, coming together, working with people, showing unity, showing that we all together. You know what I mean? So that's really what it was
Mm.
about. And when they did that, I was like, hell yeah. Because before then, it was just really like artists only did them. You know what I mean? It was a few artists collaborated, but it wasn't like it is now. Like you have to collaborate with every fucking body
Yeah,
to
yeah.
have an album. You know what I'm saying?
What do you
How
think about?
Oh no,
I'm sorry, Q.
well, how old was y'all, man? Because I looked at the video the other day. I was like, these dudes was young.
Yeah. When I recorded, I got it made. I was 15.
Mm.
You was 15?
When Yeah, I was 15 years old.
Oh
When it
shit!
came out and I did the video, I was 16.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was
Okay.
16 years old, and I was still in high school. I was actually still
Mm.
in high school attending classes. It was my last year of high school.
Mm.
I was just getting ready to get out. You know how you get out of high school in like May, June, or whatever. That was my
Yeah.
last year
Right.
of high school.
So you had a record deal coming out of high school.
Yeah, I was straight out of high school, like the draft, whatever. Like I
Yeah.
had to rhyme like that. You know what I mean?
But did you still
Yeah.
attend the senior activities? You go to prom?
Nah. See what happened? High school for me was a little different. I went
Yeah.
to Erasmus Hall High School for the first 3.5 years of high
Hmm.
school, and then I was transferred to Tilden for the last semester, like the last half of the year.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, so it was really, it was still a neighborhood school, so I knew some people in there. I had some fam in there, and then there was other people that I just got tight with, and we did some of that video up there with people from both schools and dancers. It was a good look aesthetically. So Chica Bruce, the video's director,
Hmm.
producer, the everything.
Mm.
No, actually, she directed the. No, did she produce? She directed it. Yeah, she directed it. But there was another gentleman, and man, I should have remembered his name, but Chica does get all the credit. So shout out to Chica Bruce. Before I got it made and think about it.
Mm.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is it true that
those
you
two videos
yeah.
were those are very groundbreaking videos,
Hmm.
period. I think as far as
Okay.
visually and at that time, yeah. So shout out to Chica Bruce, man. I don't know where she is. Actually, I think I do. I think I did find her on social media, but I'm just not so. I'm so far disconnected from social media right now. I don't watch television. I don't do
Mhm.
none of that. I'm in a whole nother planet.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
Talk to
subscribe
us
no more.
about. Okay. I got a question for you. Talk to us about producing for Tupac, Junior Mafia, and Snoop. What was that experience like?
Um, it was dope, man. I collabed with Snoop. We swapped songs. I did a
Okay.
song on one of his I think I forgot the name of the album, but it was a collaboration album with a lot of artists and myself and
West Coast.
and
Like,
Prodigy, rest in peace. He
Mm.
was on a
yeah.
song with Cocaine on the hook. It was called Don't Make a
Mhm.
Wrong Move. And shout out,
I
rest
got
in
that
peace
out.
to Prodigy, man. And then I did a song on my album with him, We Gonna Ride, and with a Wilma Ragnar. Yeah.
Okay.
So that was with Snoop, and then with Tupac and Tupac, I had just came from an organic relationship, like a friendship. You feel me? So we was cool as my boy.
Yeah.
And he said this was prior to him actually releasing records. So when he mentioned
Okay.
that he had the opportunity to do an album, he asked me if I had any tracks. And at the time, I was producing me and Action. I had the studio set up and everything in BK Dollar Cab Lab. Shout out to Dollar Cab Arabs. You know what I'm saying? Low Life, all that. So Pac, came through the studio, picked out some beats, and started rapping on that one, and we started recording it, and that got on the album, and we did another track called Open Fire that we put out after he passed. So,
Okay.
well, they put it out, his estate and his label. So that was
Right.
Pac, and Junior Mafia came about by Klepto, Kleptomaniac. We went to school together since we were children. And Klep came to me at the Dollar Cab Lab once again at the studio and told me that, yo, Big gonna put us in a group. He gonna put us on, and what's up? He wants some tracks, and I'm like, yo, whatever. That's my guy. Day one. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's tracks or whether it's whatever. Feel me? Life. If you come to me and you
Right.
say, yo, Ed, whoop, 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 I'm listening. That's my boy. And we going to see what we doing. So I was like, cool. So I started giving them beats and Action. Action and I worked on all the tracks together pretty much.
Okay.
I had a studio and and let me say, I had a bunch of producers, man. Let me shout out my Dollar Cab producers. My
Already.
boy Big I, that's Ish. And shout outs to Ish and some prayers up for I, getting well and recovering and from an accident. Let me just say that. So I just want to send some prayers out. Shouts out to I. Um,
Absolutely.
Law, my
Absolutely.
man Law used to produce. Even Mo used to produce, man. Mo, Big Don Dada Mo used to produce too up in the studio. Action Love, my brother. Drew used to produce too in there. And who else used to actually produce in there? Oh, like my cuz used to produce in there. Debo, Devil Dog, yeah, man. A bunch of. See, I didn't just have one spot, and it was just like, okay, I'm booking sessions or just certain people come. What I did was I got my homies that like music or love music
Mhm.
and wanted to learn, and I bought all the equipment and brought them into the studio and said, I'm gonna show y'all how this is done. just
Mhm.
like Howie showed me. Howie T
Mhm.
showed me. I watched him. I watched him produce my whole album. He made beats right in front of my face. And as he did it, I asked him what he was doing, how he was doing it, and I learned how to do it. So I basically learned how to do everything production wise from Howie. Aside from that, I learned to play music in school. I used to play the alto sax.
Mm.
I was the
Okay.
first saxophone in the band, and I switched and went to play the trumpet after that. And I was the first trumpet in the school band as well. And so I was pretty musically inclined. I just how he taught me about how to use sequences, equipment, MIDI, SMPTE, all that type stuff, how to sync up machines to work together in synchronicity, how to count bars and make records, basically the ins and outs of the technicalities of music. I mean, of course, I could have put an instrumental on, a breakbeat on, and rap all day, but I have to make hit records now.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
start getting into that.
What you like better, rapping or making beats?
Well, shit, I like them both, but I rap. Rapping is my thing. I just think I'm a lover of music. So at the end
Yeah.
of the day, music, you got to rap to something, right? And then if you
Yeah.
got music, you got to rap to it. So either
Right.
way, I'm stuck. So I gotta, what I'm saying, I gotta comply. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think about the state of music now, or
It's
hip hop?
fucked up.
I didn't even want
Yeah,
to
hip
call it
hop
hip
is
hop,
all
to be
fucked up,
honest.
man. Hip
Yeah,
hop is all fucked up. It's all
I agree.
it's all hypersexualized, hyper criminalized, um,
Yep.
gender fucked. It's all fucked up. Nobody knows what they are, what they want to be, who's who, what's what. It's just stupid, man. It's fucking
Yeah.
retarded. Like, and then they promoting Satan. They promoting all kinds of fallacies and shit, man. I can't really get down with all that. Like, I have a low tolerance, period, in life in
Yeah.
general.
Mm.
Yeah.
So for me to have to deal with that or tolerate that at work or in my music or in my hobby, some shit I just like, I prefer not to fuck with it if it consists of that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like, I don't like what's going on. Like, I ain't with all the drugs. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't weed, if y'all ain't growing it, leave that shit alone. If
Yeah.
it comes,
Yeah.
like, for real, man, this shit is way too much. I don't even drink. I don't drink alcohol. I don't believe in it. I never did, really. I just, did it because I thought that's what you're supposed to do. But that shit is
Yeah.
stupid.
Right.
Alcohol is the dumbest fucking shit ever. Like, you actually poison yourself slow just so you could act stupid or
Mm.
throw up or pass out. Like I could
Facts.
smoke weed
Facts.
all day and stand here and talk and work and do shit, but I drink you know half a glass of straight liquor. You're not gonna wake up till tomorrow or 2 days.
Right.
That should have put you on your
Well,
ass. You be acting stupid. You be saying dumb things. Like I
well,
can't
I'm
do that.
sorry.
Look, hold
I'm
on.
sorry.
She.
I like wine. I'm sorry.
Well, everybody in moderation. That's
Yeah.
everybody have a little wine. Wine, I guess Jesus made wine, so what I'm saying, it's all right. Y'all could get away with that.
Okay.
Look, she drinking every weekend too. So every week. Well, go
That's
ahead.
not true.
Since we on that topic, well, you can.
It's a difference between wine and a wino.
Mm.
Exactly. Not me.
Long as you
I'm not
don't,
the wine.
long as you don't add the O.
Yeah. I
Don't sell
agree.
them
On me,
earrings,
sis.
girl. Don't sell them earrings for no bottle.
No. No.
uh,
um. Well, I do. Speaking of wine and earrings, I do a live every Wednesday on my Facebook, Jewel Dawson, where I actually rate a wine every Wednesday, and I also display my jewelry, which I hand paint myself.
Right.
And I focus on symbols and colors, and it's kind of just like me on my earrings. Um, I just real quick want to show this month was breast cancer awareness month, so this is the pair that I have left. I had like this way. Which
Other
way?
way, other way.
The other way. Right there. There we go.
Right there.
So I had like I think six pair. That's the only pair I have left. So I wanted to showcase that. But yeah, y'all can catch me every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern time on my Facebook, Jewel Dawson, on my Instagram, Miss Dawson, and then you can check out my earrings on Etsy under Dawson Jewels.
What are your price ranges, sis? What are your price
Um,
ranges?
it goes from 10 to 20. Just 10. The lowest is 10, and the highest is actually 25, and that includes well, no, that doesn't include shipping and handling. On Etsy, it doesn't include shipping and handling. But if you're ordering from my Instagram page, it's a flat rate of between $10 and $25.
And if you
Okay.
put special ed, you could probably get 5%
Yeah,
off now.
yes. I have a few questions though. I have to ask. I have two for special ed. Who was your hairstylist?
Go
Because
ahead.
it seemed like your high top fade was always just perfect, and the curls were just like just
She
right.
took it back. She took it back to the fact.
Okay, me.
That's what's
Okay,
I never had a stylist my entire career.
okay,
I
smart.
never had somebody. I never. The only time somebody ever tried to dress me was that second album cover, and I hated that shit.
Oh, did you have on shoulder pads? No, was it shoulder pads? I thought you had on shoulder pads.
I think that suit jacket did have some pads in the shoulder, or it was just wide, like how it was cut. But
Yeah,
I ain't
yeah,
like that shit. They try to do some more model type, this, that, and the third. You know, I'm different. I don't do that shit.
yeah.
Like that shit pissed me off because they actually picked out the picture and everything,
like,
and they consult me. I was like, yo, I don't like that shit, and they was like, well, it's kind of too late. We doing X, Y, and Z. How the fuck you mean it's too late? I'm right here. So that's when things started like getting a little different. Like, hold up,
Hmm.
y'all just
mm-hmm.
doing shit
Yeah.
against my liking. You feel me? I don't like this shit.
Hmm.
So why would you do it?
Mm.
So yeah, I mean it's there, but I never liked that shit, man. They did that, and I mean, you know, a lot of people are saying nothing wrong with it, but to me, it was everything wrong with it, and I said I ain't like it. And they still.
Okay.
You still here? Uh
It's
This
mute.
phone might have cut out.
Muted. Yeah.
She broke out the old shoulder pads with the high top fade. Remember that? I remember that. We all had
Hey,
the fade.
yeah.
let's when he come back on, let's get one question out of the chat real quick if we got time,
Yeah, yeah, we can do that.
and then
Okay.
Absolutely.
jump in and then jump into the top five songs. Yeah. Let me see.
Indeed.
Let me look on here. Chico on here. Let's see what he
Put your earrings up
got.
again. Let's see your earrings.
Which
Yeah.
the ones I have
The ones he
on?
wearing. Yeah, you can do that too. Yeah.
Look, I don't like. I can't this way. Okay,
No, other way.
no, this way.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. What
It
does
just
that
says
symbolize?
love, and then I got my shirt on.
Hey, go to the other way. Other way.
I can't. Y'all
Other
gonna
way.
get me on. I
There you
can't.
go. Wine
There you go. That's perfect.
on. Wine on in.
And
Wine on in. Okay.
yeah, my brother Chico did that for me.
Hey, well, we need Chico to do some shirts for us. Or so we supposed to be getting on the show, but due to Red, he said Chico. He said you ain't ready yet, Chico. I'm just gonna let that. I ain't had nothing to do with that, Chico. It's Red.
Man, I'm gonna reconnect again. This is weird. It's like a domino effect here. Let me see. Now it looks kind of decent. Okay.
It's all right.
Yeah, that
All
shit
right.
is the worst, man. This phone is this phone shit. Like somebody calling, it's like shit is the worst. So what's good? What was the question now?
Oh, she was talking.
Oh,
She wanted to be on
stylists
your
and
hot
all
take
that. Yeah,
fade.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I just let me tell y'all a story with that too. I'm gonna just keep it, all the way. So I used to have braids. Right before I got my hair cut, I had plaits going straight
Hmm.
back. Um, I had an older brother that had that, and it was cool and stuff. So I liked it, so I wanted it too. So I got it right before I went into high school, and I got my hair cut. I didn't want to cut my hair. I got into it with my pops over my hair. No, I'm telling you, serious shit.
Mm.
Um, Back then, nobody had no men. A lot men didn't wear their hair braided. Period. There wasn't no braided
Yeah.
hair. It was before really too much of the dread fad and all that. Before all of that, like it was you straight lace. You got your hair cut. You had whatever. It wasn't even really no afroed out. They had high top fades and this and that and the third. So you had to stay sharp. But I was on some
Mm-hmm.
different shit, and I was um, it I guess they felt like it was, uh, it wasn't good. It had made me look like a thug or police would fuck with me, which they did.
Mm.
But you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, probably they fuck with me with a haircut too. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it is what it is. But anyway, I cut my hair and I was mad. I was fucking mad. I had my hair braided. I used to have little, my homies and my family. Even my cousin used to braid my hair. Amina used to braid my hair. Everybody, Sweet G. So I had people at Beast just, hook me up. So I was cool with that. But then when I had to cut my hair, I got super tight. But then I went to school and I was almost embarrassed. I was
Mm.
embarrassed. I went to school and I was embarrassed, and then the girls started like fucking with me and like telling me, "Oh, I like
Exactly.
your
Yeah.
haircut," because they was fucking with me already. But when I cut my hair, it was like, "Oh, I really like your haircut." I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
were you playing with me or are you serious?" Because you know it was fresh and new to me. It was just like I just got this new haircut, and I didn't want it. And then when I started going to school, the girls liked it, and I was like, "Oh shit, okay, fuck it," and I kept it because I could have immediately grew my hair back and went back to my regular self. But with the reaction that I got and the vibe and the energy that I got from everyone, I kept the haircut, and
Yeah.
that I guess that's his history. Now barbers tell me kids come in and they get the special ed or they get the Tupac or they get the Big Daddy Kane. So
Yeah.
it's funny
That's
how
dope.
how you know shit like that happens. You know what I'm saying?
That's
That's
crazy.
funny.
What
Yeah,
you
it's
still
real.
get
We're gonna go.
a
Yeah,
chat
we're gonna
live
go to the
chat question?
chat line here. Yeah, Chico from chat wants to know: have you ever battled anyone in the hip hop history that we might know in hip hop industry? A
Um,
rap battle, maybe a
no,
cipher.
nobody famous. I don't think. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
What am I saying?
Uh-oh.
Rampage.
Wow.
Mmm.
Rampage is my
That was a special
rampage.
question.
Rampage. Hold up, I ain't finished. Rampage is my little bro. He grew up
Hmm.
3 blocks from me in Flatbush.
Okay.
Let's go.
He used to have a partner that he rapped with. Rest in peace to Chris. His
Hmm.
name was Chris. And they used to run up on me every chance they got to battle me. Boy, and they only a few years younger, but back then, like say if I'm 14 or 15, but you 12, it's a big difference. Or
Right.
if you
Yeah.
11. So, but the thing is now, when I was rapping then, they looked up to me and they began or was rapping as well. And they tried harder because they wanted to battle me. They wanted to beat me. Like
Mm.
I was the you feel me? I was the bar.
Got
So
you.
if you was in the hood or the neighborhood and you wanted to get with a real MC or you wanted to have a real battle, you get with the real MCs, and I was a real MC. So they knew that, and Rampage, like I said, Rampage is one of them. You know who used to always be around too, Buster. We ain't never really battled, but we've been in plenty of ciphers together.
Yeah.
We grew up together. We went to school together also. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
he's another one. Gage, David Vera, if you know who he may be, his name is Gage. He's from Flatbush, and he does a
Okay.
lot of I wouldn't just call it Christian or gospel rap or holy rap. I would call it just spiritual, meaningful. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
define it with a secular, uh, some religion or something. I would just say, even though it is based and that's what he's talking about, to me, it's a man with faith and a man speaking positivity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So Gage, I used to battle him in junior high school, just walking home from school. We battled all the way walking home till I got a turn. All right, this is my block. I'm out. You know what I'm
How
saying? They walking.
how did you co- how did I got it made come? How did that come about? How did you get the title? What would you?
Um, well, I got it made. Well, back then, in order for you to garner respect, or you got to pop shit. You got to talk. You got to tell people why you the shit. Why you? It's like you battling. You got to tell them why you better than them. You got to tell them why you this and why you that. But for I got it made, it was part. It was part being braggadocious, but it was also a part that's manifesting success
Yeah.
and manifesting wealth and positivity. See,
Mm.
the words you speak are powerful, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And we don't realize how powerful it is. However, there are people that do.
Facts.
Mm.
This is why they insist on beating you repetitiously with messages
Mhm.
over and over and over, because words are power. Words have power. So basically,
Facts.
when you put out a record and this record is destructive, talking about bitches and hoes and niggas I kill and this and that and the
Mm.
third, and sell drugs and perks and this and that and ecstasy or whatever the fuck. Okay, you have a population of people that is going to speak those words, that is going
Mm.
to recite those words probably more than once, probably over and over, repeatedly. Therefore, you giving a lot of power to negativity.
Right.
Mm.
So,
Mhm.
what I did was exactly the opposite. I spoke positivity into existence, manifested it, and gave it out there for everyone to learn and speak and manifest, because those words have power.
And
Mm.
oof,
You have to
that's
know what you are saying, and understand that it has power. So
mm.
when you say over and over again, you got it made, I'm your idol. Listen now, I'm your idol, your highest title, numero uno. You feel me?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Understand I got the gift of speech. It's a blessing. Listen to the lesson I preach. I talk sense condensed to the form of a poem, full of knowledge from my toes to the top of my dome. It's a lot of things in there that is encrypted.
Mm.
Okay, so that was spoken into existence numerous times by many, and it's been passed down for generations. And there's some younger generation that also know the lyrics and are also manifesting greatness. And I'm not saying that my song is a magic spell to manifest greatness, but I'm saying that when you speak positivity, it will manifest. So whether it be my song or another positive song or another positive song, we need to have more of them and
Yeah.
less songs about bullshit that's going to do nothing but destroy your soul, tear you apart, kill your family, kill your
Mm.
dogs. Like, what the fuck? Like, you're manifesting death and destruction, and
Mm.
that's what we need to understand.
Mm,
Mm, okay.
facts. I like that.
Righteous
Yeah. Yeah.
already.
That song definitely stuck with me
Yo,
for sure.
if you have a whole crowd of 10,000 people screaming some foul shit, what do you think is happening in the universe?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's like when the whole city gather at the pyramids and they meditating or they praying or they chanting or they're doing some exercise to within a for an effect.
Right.
It has some power. So you do the same thing. You come into large gatherings with thousands of people and you want to chant
Mm,
Mm.
destructive words. And you better watch what's going on at all these rallies and shit and all these, you know, organizations and shit that have all these
Mm.
slogans and have people out here protesting and chanting and saying things over and over together in unity repetitively. Just be mindful and be careful out there.
what do you think? You think we could do a self destructive album nowadays? Or what do you think?
Hell
How
yeah,
how could
we could do whatever we want to do. The people just have to want to do it.
mm,
That's it. The
do you,
artists just have to want to do it. Everyone has a computer.
do you think we need one of those? One of those? I think we need.
Yeah,
I think we need
we
one.
need more than that.
Yeah.
We need more than that. We need motherfuckers to wake up and realize and say, look, this is right and this is wrong. Because nobody is saying nothing is wrong because they getting paid.
Say that. Say that again.
They're gonna pay you, they're gonna pay you to destroy yourselves.
Mm,
Mm.
facts.
I promise you. That's what the who like that's easy. Pay you to off yourself. They don't have to do it. You do it.
Mm. For the price of fame and money. Mm.
Well,
Give your life.
I mean,
That's for
not
sure.
really because I got fame and money and I ain't selling out or compromising my beliefs, my values, or my truths.
Exactly. Yeah, but
I get
but you know better. Everybody else, it's worth it to them.
well. I think that they're all have consciences, and I think they have guilty consciences. A lot
Mm.
of them, you know, may not display, but they suffer inside.
Mm.
You know, you can't lie to
Yeah.
yourself.
Facts.
You could lie to me. You could lie to your woman, your man, whoever, your mother, your parents, your kids. You could lie to anybody you want, but you cannot lie to yourself.
That's true.
So when you do the dumb shit and you do the dirty shit and you say the foul shit, when you hang up the phone and you turn off the light and you close the door and you in that room, that shit gonna eat you alive.
Yep.
That shit is gonna eat you alive. You'll feel it. Nobody ain't got to do nothing to you. You'll jump out. You'll jump off on your own.
Facts.
That's right.
So,
And let me tell
all
you.
right,
Let
we
me
gonna
just say though,
go ahead.
what is any of
Yeah.
that shit worth? Because you do all that foul stuff while you here alive here on this earth in physical form. How you know what that shit is about? How you know you do all this foul shit now and that ain't a test to see what your spirit made of?
Mm. Wow.
If you, I mean, just keep it real. You more than this body, right?
Yep.
You a
Yeah.
soul. We a
Absolutely.
soul. We a spirit. We, in my humble opinion, this life is an opportunity to experience being a physical being.
Mm.
And now that you can, and now that you are a physical being for a limited time only, how do you handle that?
Mm.
What do you do if given the
Yeah.
opportunity? Let's see what your character is, Mr. Soul Man or Soul Woman.
Mm.
Show me who you are. So that's all. I just live my truth and I show you who I am. And if I make a mistake, I'm gonna apologize for it when I can. But other than that, I'm gonna do what I think is right all the time, every day of my life, every minute of my life. I don't listen to nobody. I listen now. I take criticism and I but what I'm saying is I don't blindly follow nobody for nothing, family member or not,
Mm.
Mm.
parent, mother, father, brother, sister, aunt, cousin, nobody. Law enforcement,
Mm.
government, whoever the fuck, nobody. I don't care. There's nobody on this planet that is greater than me.
Mm.
Impossible. There's nobody on this planet greater than me. Therefore, your thoughts don't supersede mine. Your
Mm.
will and your desire does not supersede mine. Your plan is not my plan.
Mm.
What you want to do may not be what I want to do. So we're going to agree on that we are
Yeah.
individual beings. And I ain't got to listen to shit nobody say
Facts.
because they ain't got no more inherent brilliance or knowledge, period. Because I don't believe in the shit nobody say. I don't believe in the books, the history, the teachings, the fake science, the fake this, the fake that. I don't believe in none of that shit. So leave me the fuck alone, pretty much. If it's a problem. If it's a problem, leave me alone.
Right.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
let's all live in love and truth.
Yeah.
So what? So what you think? What's after this?
What's after this? I
Life.
don't know what's after this, but I know I'm gonna live this right. And I know I'm gonna live this how my spirit tell me to live it.
Mm.
Because we only got, hey, we here for a limited time only. You gonna
Facts.
waste your time kissing somebody ass?
Mm.
Get the fuck out of here. I wish I would.
Facts. Mm.
I'm not
Well,
wasting my existence a follower, blind, confused, or none of that shit. I don't subscribe. That's the
speaking
Okay.
bottom
truth.
line.
Right.
Yeah, I don't subscribe.
Oh, all right, brother. So we're gonna transition into another segment. Give us your top 5 songs or artists that impacted your life,
Top 5 songs.
Yeah, that
or
impacted,
artists.
but it
Okay.
gotta be an impact though.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna keep it funky. Top 5 songs that impacted my life. One would
Mm,
be "Always and Forever" by Heatwave.
Mm.
Mm.
okay.
Yeah. Um, Samal Green up in that bitch. Um, Definitely Prince, some Prince in there. Like Prince got a whole. There's so many. I can't just name a song, but I can tell you artists that have had like
Yeah, that's
real
most
impact
definitely.
and you know.
Okay.
So that and rap wise, of course the OGs starting out, oh, rest in peace to Jimmy Spicer. Super Rhymes was a major influence in me and how I took things. The direction and the message with Melly Mel, Grandmaster Flash,
Mm.
Furious 5. but the message was uh gave me the serious side of poetry that I could say serious shit. All right, I'm going in. Cause you could be, you could say stuff that's wild or street or disrespectful or battling, but when you're talking about conscious realities, it's a different thing. It's a whole different vibe. You know what I'm saying? The energy you get from it, the feeling you get from it when you hear those lyrics on a beat, and then when you hear some other shit on a beat, it's a whole different energy. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Words have power.
Yeah.
And so does the music. That's why when you go to war, they got war drums for that. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, facts. Man, what would you tell a youngster coming up in the game? Give us, if you could, give them 5 tips to
Five tips.
if for a youngster coming up in the game, trying to get on.
Don't promote genocide. Don't promote drug abuse.
Mm,
Um, you don't have to over exacerbate your whole sexuality. Nobody gives a fuck. Whatever you want to do, you
facts.
do on your own. Don't fucking tell the kids what you do. They don't want to
Mm,
see that. They don't care.
mm,
And don't push. Stop pushing your will. Stop pushing your agenda. You
Mm.
understand? Let people be people. That's 3 or so, 4, whatever. Second thing is, oh, that's 3, 4. Okay, so we
Boy.
up to 4. Fourth thing is, learn how to fucking read and
mm,
learn how to understand what you're reading. Learn how to understand what you are reading.
mm,
Because when you have a contract, yeah, you may read the shit and think these little words don't mean nothing. All that shit
Mm.
means something. And 5, oh, stop wasting your money on bullshit. Like, invest in some real shit. Like,
Yeah.
stop buying asses and like stupid cars you can't fucking afford. Like, come
Not
on, man, for
asking.
real. Like, stop the dumb shit. The jewelry. I like. Let's get it. Let's. I don't get this whole jewelry thing has just been going on way too long. Like, oh gosh, I thought it was like.
What did you think about Slick Rick wearing the jewelry? But that was different, though. I feel like that was different.
Yeah. Well, see, let me tell you, it was a time when that was the trend.
Right.
It was the heavy
Mm-hmm.
jewelry, the this and the that. What Rick did was Rick made it into his identity.
Mm,
So Rick has to have on them chains.
right.
Yeah.
Slick Rick, we identify Slick Rick with chains. Like
Right.
we identify Special Ed with curly hair. Or we identify Flavor Flav with his clock.
Mm.
Facts. Facts. All facts.
So he could get away with that. That's cool. But I mean, if everybody walked around with clocks on, we'd be like, all right.
We all used to wear the little medallions and stuff back in the
No, no,
day,
no. A
you
little
know.
piece here and there,
Yeah.
but they're getting ridiculous. Not everybody needs to be
Mm.
walking around with 100,000, 200,000, 500,000 worth of jewelry. That's ridiculous to me. And for one, because I'm not really, I don't see the purpose of it. I mean, Liberace had his own thing going. He was the guy that did that. You know what I'm saying? So Liberace did Liberace, but what the fuck is y'all doing? Like, why everybody got to go out there and be Liberace? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Hey, what was that movie? What was that movie called when the old boy had on all the jewelry and the Damian Wayne brothers was doing it? And he was like, "Oh, he can't even go to the bathroom with all that shit on."
Oh, CB4 or something?
Yeah, what was that shit called? Y'all remember that?
I'm gonna
That's
get
it.
you sucker.
Yeah, I'm
CB4?
gonna get you sucker.
Oh, I'm gonna get you
Oh,
sucker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
remember?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, what was the old boy name? Out the jewelry on.
Shout outs to the Wayans brothers, man. I'm gonna just say
Absolutely.
that too, man. Shout outs to the whole entire Wayans brothers family for all that y'all have done,
Facts.
not just for your
yeah,
family, but for many families.
yeah,
Many families. All the precedents y'all set, all the doors y'all open, all the people y'all hired, and all the opportunities that y'all provide. Salute the Wayans. I love all of
yeah,
y'all.
yeah,
Absolutely.
Period.
Absolutely. They helped a lot of people.
yeah.
That's what's
What you
up.
got, bro?
Oh, I'm about to get to it. If you were God for a day, um, what would
Oh,
you
God,
do
every day,
to change? Well, okay, as far as
every day.
so, what would you do to like change the community every day? So, what would you do to change the community though? Like, as
What would
far
I
as
do
in
to
that
change the
perspective, though.
community? Okay, so if what you're saying
Yeah,
is that if people did not have free will and I can change, what would I
right. Yeah,
change? Okay.
yeah. That works.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. What I would do is um to change the community. Oh, I got you. I
All
would
right.
set up, yeah. Well, that God don't have to do that. We could do that. What would
Right.
God do? Well, I would just take away everyone's all the fear. I would take away all the fear
Okay.
and negative energy from people so that they don't treat people fucked up and can be more kind to one another.
Hmm. Hmm.
But
Mm,
as for regular people, what we can do, regular people to help our communities, is to invest in our communities and ourselves and our businesses. You know,
mhm,
Hmm.
wealth building, community building. Like we spend all our money with other families, with the
mm,
McDonald's family,
Hmm.
with the Mercedes
Walmart.
Benz, Daimler,
Yeah.
Chrysler
mm,
family, with every family but our own.
right,
With Warner, we spend our we look. You name it, we spend our money on it, and we don't gain anything. What we need to do is have uh, businesses that can support our communities and businesses that can empower us ourselves. We can even come together with all the money we spend with other people and put that together and have billions of dollars to work with
Yeah.
to do community building and developing and changing a lot, changing people's minds and perception of how things are done. Because right
mm,
now we're under the misconception that we need jobs or to work for certain companies in order to live, be fruitful, successful, multiply, support a family. No, we need to support each other.
mm,
We could. I said years ago I had an idea that I don't even know if anybody paid attention, but I said what we need to put our own money together, just like we pay this phone bill every month. The
mm,
phone bill at least $100, $200 a month. If 1 million people gave $100 a month for 1 year, we had like 1.2 billion.
Hmm.
Now, what can you do with $1.2 billion? Well, plenty. You can open up what call Allmart with your own goods and services. You can sell your own shit. You can have your own big giant stores, warehouses, factories, whatever. You sell your own shit and then you have your own products, You have your
mm,
people, you put your products in your communities, in your stores. farm fresh shit too, grow groceries, this, that, and the third. I mean, how much money you need to do what? I mean, how much you what you need is some sense to do anything and some cooperation. Because here you can go ahead and put up a Walmart and they still go to Target. You feel me?
Mm.
So you got to have people on the same mindset and the same path that understands the plan. See, other people plan and they follow the plan
Mm.
and they succeed.
Facts.
First, there's no plan. Second, there's no one following a plan. So you're never going to get to success. But it's going to magically, luckily, one day somebody, yo, we won. No, it don't work like that. So when people come together and start to plan and say, this is what we're going to do, then we can do something. The closest thing I've seen to that is Farrakhan. But the only thing that separates the success of that from the mainstream culture is the mandatory religion part. Like, not everybody wants to subscribe to everything. So if it was where normal people that are not in the nation of Islam could participate in the nation building or the wealth building, we could. He's definitely organized, and his organization has the right ideal.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
However, we can't exclude the rest of the population because just because.
Yeah.
See,
So if we can all have an opportunity to invest in ourselves, in our communities, and our say organization, then it can be done. Shit, hell yeah. But when you keep putting your money in Bank of America and this bank and Wells Fargo and Fifth Third, and you're not putting it into your own banks, your own financial institutions, see, that's what we're not getting. That's what we're not getting.
so do you think it's over, or you think we can,
No,
or we can?
no.
How
I think
how,
it's the beginning.
how
Because
do?
right now we have the greatest opportunity in the world. Now let me tell you what that is. That is the new wave of digital monetization
Mm.
and tokenization. That is all these coins and tokens that are popping up. They're creating digital currencies. So, perfect opportunity, people. Wake up. Listen now. The value of these digital currencies lies in the value you give it.
Mm.
You put your money in it, it's worth it. It's worth something. It has value. You don't put your money in it, it has no value. You don't believe in it, it has no value. It's like everything else. You give it power, you give it value, you give it energy. So now, say for instance, we had no, this is what I'm trying to tell you. With all of this shit going on, what is that called? Bitcoin?
Yeah, Bitcoin.
If we had black coin, what do you think you can do? You can put all your money into black coin, and then black coin will hold value. Period.
Facts.
It's a market, is what it is. It's a stock market, so to speak, quote unquote. So the value is the value you give it. So if every paycheck you put your money into black coin, every money you get you put it into black coin. Well, what you think gonna happen if everybody put their money into black coin? That's our own currency. It's lit. Make all the US dollars you want and turn that shit into black coin. There you go. Thank me later.
Dynamite.
Absolutely.
No
Facts.
doubt.
If everybody worked or had a business or put all of their earnings into their own currency, and that's what it is. We have the opportunity to make our own currency, but yet we're following another man.
Mm.
We're following someone else's dreams. We're following someone else's plans. Why? Because you don't have the sense to ask any questions.
Mm.
How is this done? How are you doing this? How does this work? All they're doing is having you put money into them once again, into their product. And when I say them, I'm talking about the money, the bankers, the elite. I mean, this ain't got nothing to do with
Yeah.
everyday people. Everyday people
Yeah.
should not have any problems with each other over race, gender, size, nothing. I don't give a fuck about your clothes, your jewelry, nothing. You should not have no problems with each other because you're all suffering the same. You're all in the same boat. The only happiness is up here. You understand?
Hmm.
So if you're trying to be successful and you're trying to find a way out, that's it. Yo, let me tell y'all something. They probably gonna come for me after this interview.
Hey, they already
I
doing
don't give a fuck.
that.
I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Well, somebody gonna know. It's out now anyway. We just came up with it anyway. Like I'm saying, if everybody redirected their funds into their own currency and took it away from everywhere it normally goes, you would cripple so many corporations
Mm.
simultaneously.
Facts.
Yep.
Simultaneously. Well, figure it out, people. I'm good. I'm chilling. Y'all let me know when y'all ready to fuck with me. And I'm on deck for whatever. But I'm not gonna play no games with this rap shit and act like woo woo woo. I do
Mhm.
work with some kids. I make sure they talking stupid shit. I do have some artists that are, street people. They on some street shit too.
Yeah.
However, they're intellectuals. They understand that you have to entertain, but at the same time, you have to also educate and lead people down the correct path, the truth, and not act like this is the truth. It used to be uh, art imitating life, and
Mhm.
now it's life imitating art because
Mhm.
all these kids is trying to imitate the art, the rappers, the Tupacs, the Biggies, the this one, the that one. So we need to go back to life.
Mhm.
Stop fucking worrying about art. Art is something you enjoy and do as a hobby, and it's fucking for entertainment. It's not real. It's not for you to.
Mhm.
It's not your reality. But people hear the music and they want to make it their reality. They hear NWA. They want to make that their reality. It's not. It wasn't even their reality. It was a
Mm.
depiction. It was a depiction
Say that again.
of
You
reality.
gotta repeat that one more
Mhm.
time.
Art imitate life. What NWA was spitting was not their everyday reality. I don't give a fuck who or
Mm.
which one. I know
Mhm.
all of them. And I ain't
Mm.
saying they ain't gangster. I'm saying that the shit they was rapping about was exaggerated so that we got the point.
Mhm.
The language, everything. It was hyper so that we got the point and we heard the message loud and clear. And yes, we did. But I mean, shit. I've been everywhere. I've been to Compton. I'm from Brooklyn. We all everyday normal motherfucking people. The people that are killing people and those type of gangsters that'll do over the 1 2, they not rapping. They
That's
not
true.
on TV. Hello. They not on TV. So when you see all these dudes emulating and simulating, think about that. If you doing all that, the fuck is you doing on TV? Why is you making a TikTok? What the fuck is you? You understand?
Yeah.
Yep.
So let's separate reality from fantasy. Let's separate art from life.
What you think
Mm.
about all these young rappers getting killed or shooting each other these days? Do you think? Let me ask you
It's
this: Do you think?
disgusting.
Do you think? Do you think hip hop? Do you think we had something to do with it because we always said, "Yo, you got to rap about what you do," or you know what I'm saying? So do
Well,
we
this is
have?
what I'm trying to tell you. I just told you that it's art imitating life, and now life is imitating art. So we're at the point now where all these generations that have never lived any of this shit and
Mhm.
that are only hearing exaggerated, exacerbated stories of that life, and now they are trying to emulate it. They're picking up guns for no reason.
Mhm.
They're getting attitudes for no reason. Niggas with attitudes in 2020 for what? What? I mean, there's still hoods now and this, that, and the third, but a lot of these kids are not from there. A lot of the kids are not from that. You know what I'm saying? And have not lived that lifestyle. And if you're gonna rap about it and you're really doing it, you are easy ass target.
Mm.
You cannot be a rapper and a gangster on the street doing dumb shit. You could be a gangster in your heart, but you cannot be on the street like doing transactions and doing foul shit because you're so easy to find. Nigga, I could book you. I give a deposit. Fly your ass to me and
Mm,
see how that work out.
facts.
So all that I'm a thug, I'm a this, I'm a that, and on record, and you a rapper, rap artist. Please with that shit, man. Kids don't need to hear that shit because they trying to emulate it, they trying to follow it, and that's really not real. Cause y'all motherfuckers go home and kiss y'all mothers, kiss y'all kids. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Facts.
I ain't never stopped taking out garbage and doing laundry my whole life.
Mm.
I could afford to. I could pay somebody to, but for what? That's, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a part of life.
Everyday life.
Yep.
So when you remove all that everyday life shit and think you live in a dream or you live in a movie, that's when, you know what I'm saying, your ass fall to the earth.
Mm.
Facts.
Yeah,
Wow.
so just, I'm just saying, man, music is music and I love music and, we can all listen to music, but understand reality and understand what the effects that these words and this music has. And that's all I'm saying. There's plenty of artists out there that are doing positive songs and positive messages. But what I'm saying is that the media doesn't cover it. Mainstream media doesn't play it.
Mm.
Radio stations don't play it. It's not focused on at awards. Nothing. They
Mhm.
don't get the opportunities that the negativity get. You know what I'm saying? Shit is crazy out here.
What's
But you
next?
give, yeah, yeah, yeah. You dance with the devil. You be all over prime time.
Facts. What's
Dance
next?
with the devil in your thongs, you all over prime time. Speak about power and unity and independence, or even just kindness and love and the truth.
Mhm.
And you'll never hear that shit. Think about that. Think about that. Think about that. Think about the fact that you could say you could kill every nigga you know and it'd be a hit song.
Mhm.
Mm.
But the minute you say something about you kick a puppy or you smack a homosexual person,
Oh, you're done.
hell
You're
done,
gone. It's over.
hell done froze over.
It's over.
And look, I talk about shit freely. I don't have problems with nobody or no groups. I don't give a fuck what you do because you're not doing it to me.
Yeah.
So I don't give a fuck what you do. What I'm saying is that ain't the end all. Don't promote your shit. Who cares what you do? Even what I do, I'm not out here like, yeah, this, that, and the third. I ain't pimping. I ain't, I'm not talking shit. Leave me
Oh
See,
man.
that,
alone, though.
that's what happened.
Okay, he's coming back in.
Feds tapping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that.
The feds is they starting to
Yeah,
make
so
it.
like I was saying, man, you have young fans. Most of your fans probably are children. So why would you even go into all of that? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. What's next for you, man?
Especially now. Oh, I
What
do
you
all
got
kind of
coming up?
stuff, man.
What you got going on?
I still have music. I have about 4 or 5 groups that I consult. I didn't want to go in a situation where I'm signing artists and taking their this and doing the age old crap. So what I do is I consult them. I teach them how to empower themselves, how to structure their own businesses and companies, and the path to success. How to put the music out there and XYZ. I can't tell everyone. I consult. I do that for money.
Yeah.
But and I also mentor. So I have young artists and producers that I mentor, and just as far as musical direction, a little guidance, maybe production direction, and stuff like that. So I still give back in that way. I have a nonprofit organization called SEAL, Special Ed Arts and Literacy,
Mm.
and I give back in that way. I do a lot of align myself with a lot of other organizations as well, just because that's what I do. I like to if I can help influence somebody, why not? When I was
Mhm.
young and I was in school and I went to PS 181 and Walt Whitman and Erasmus, nobody came to say shit to us. However, when the little man was running for office, his ass came to the school.
Mm.
The little councilmen's and stuff like that, they used to come to the school. I'm like, who gives a fuck? I'm not voting. But they came, they spoke to us,
Yeah.
and that meant something overall because we identified with them,
Mhm.
and I know who they are. Like let's keep it real. Marty Markowitz. This motherfucker came to school ever since I was in elementary, growing up, junior high school. Marty Markowitz. I wasn't even fucking old enough to vote. What are you doing at my school? However,
Yeah.
I know who he is. I really don't know what the fuck he did outside of. I mean, he was a politician, but I don't know what he did for me
Right.
in his
Yeah.
career or for my community or for my neighborhood, but I can identify. I know who the fuck he is, and I know his name, and I know he came to my
Mm-hmm.
fucking school almost every year. Now, did I see anybody I gave a fuck about? No. Was there anyone of influence or that I cared about? No. If Michael Jackson came to the school, or shit, Lionel Richie, I don't give a fuck. Like, keep it real. Anybody that came to the school,
Right.
we'd have been like, "Oh shit, word, what's up?" And
Yeah.
then if they even said, "Look, eat salad, eat clean,
Right.
Yeah.
Facts.
stop
Facts
drinking
though.
Yeah.
all that
Right.
sugar.
Facts.
You want to
Yeah.
be strong. Drink water and coconut water.
We
Leave
would
sugars alone." Like,
we would have
I would
listened.
have, right.
We would have listened.
We have no opportunity because no one reaches back out and says anything positive to our youth. All they say
Mm.
is take these drugs, fuck these hoes, blah blah blah. You understand?
Yeah.
And that's what the kids are saying, and they doing the
Mm.
dance to it too.
Mm. Yeah.
Facts.
They're doing the dances to it. So that's where my problem lies. So outside of that, I'm good though. I'm just chilling. I just like to make sure everybody know how the fuck I feel. We good?
Appreciate it.
All right. No worries.
Mm.
All right. Well, I got some music, man, but I'm tired. Like, I ain't here to talk about music no more. And anybody that get an interview from me gonna really get an interview from me because I ain't really, it's what it is. That's why I told MJ, man, slow down because I'm on a different time right now. I'm on some different time right now. You see?
Hey,
Already.
And normally I'd have fixed my hair for y'all, but I was
hey,
planting
don't.
some banana trees. I
Nah,
was
you
planting
good,
some
brother,
banana
man.
plants and shit I
It's all
bought.
good. It's all good.
Shit
Let
like
it work.
12 feet high, son.
Wow.
Seriously, I had to go get manure, soil, all
You,
kind of shit.
you was getting dirty then.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah. I stay dirty. I'm from Brooklyn. I'm from Church Ave.
Already.
Yeah.
Hey, well,
Okay.
before we go, today's my birthday.
Happy birthday, man.
Appreciate you.
Happy
Birthday, brother.
birthday.
Wait, I just want one thing. Could you please, for my birthday, give me that first
Uh-oh.
verse off of Crooklyn Dodgers? That's all I need. That's all I need.
Shit, I give you some bars. I don't know about no verse. Okay, let me see. Panic as another manic depressant. Adolescent
Mmm.
scares of death. Now what's left? When there ain't no God and a whole lot of pride, it might be a homicide. So let the drama slide. So let me
Mmm.
explain though. A lot of people are under the misconception. I said when there ain't no guide,
Mm.
Mm.
a whole lot of pride. So when there was no one to guide you and you full of pride, shit get real twisted. So I just said
Mm.
that because a lot of people think I said when there ain't no God. And I never said that because I told you God, I'm God every day.
Right.
Right.
Okay. So boom. When there ain't no guide and a whole lot of pride, it might be a homicide. So let the drama slide. Right?
Mhm.
We don't want no problems, B. Get your name in the obituary column, she.
Mmm.
You know what that is? That's them old gangster talk. Them old mob gangsters and be like, ah, she. You know, them old from the
Yeah.
60s and shit,
Yeah.
courageous cat and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, so that's where that came from. You get your name in the obituary column, she. And a lot of people thought I said obituary column sheet. I don't even know what the fuck that is. But yeah, because life is too short and it just gets shorter, right?
Mm.
Mmm.
Life is too short. Shout outs to Too Short. And
Facts.
it
Yeah.
just gets shorter. Facts. So every day shit gets shorter, bro. Wish I had a quarter for all my people they slaughter.
Mm.
Mhm.
Last year alone in the dead zone. Walk straight, but don't walk late. Cause I'm coming
Mhm.
with a hate only made from what it made me. 'cause nobody ever played me. Now it's only getting worse. Buckshot and ace in the land of the waste, kicking you in your face. There you go.
We
Happy
be doing
birthday,
the
bro.
Brooklyn style. Hey, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, it's my
Don't
shit.
cry, nigga. Don't
Hey,
cry.
war told well, y'all don't know. Y'all don't
Real
know.
tears. Real
You
tears.
trying to hold it back.
Yeah,
Facts.
it's all
Hey,
good, man. Happy birthday. I thank y'all. Salute y'all for having me on the show, man. It's been a honor.
absolutely,
And
man.
and
We
Man,
stay
pleasure
appreciate
up.
it.
meeting
Oh
Keep
my
you,
doing
God.
man.
what y'all doing. Spread the good word. You hear?
Absolutely, man. We appreciate you coming by, man. Salute
Yes, sir.
Yes,
all
All right.
day.
yes,
One
much
love.
love.
All right, black man.
All right.
All right.
All right,
Peace.
peace.
We out.
All right. Just cool.